And I think there's more people running into a fight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Wall Street is rushing to buy more Bitcoin as a flight to quality. Retail is rushing to buy more Bitcoin, but we have a major problem. There's literally not enough. Yesterday, 11,211 Bitcoin were purchased by ETFs, but here's the issue. Only 900 Bitcoin are created a day. There is a very low supply and very high demand. This is the type of math they should be teaching kids in school. This is the type of math that will actually make kids wealthy. And because of this simple math, low supply, high demand, Bitcoin was just at 50,000 a few days ago, and today it's sitting at $63,000. And it's incredible to see that for the first time in history, the little guy, the everyday average Joe, was successfully able to front run institutions and Wall Street. So congrats to all of you that have been picking up Bitcoin over the last year. And this is all happening because of the Bitcoin ETF. It was not a sell the news event like everyone thought. The Bitcoin ETF was beyond successful. I don't think many people understood how big it was going to be. On Monday, we had record volume from the ETF, even surpassing the initial day volume, which is absurd. But the new 9 ETFs doubled their volume record, which was set on Monday with just about 6 billion traded. BlackRock leading with 3.3 billion of it, and Fidelity did 1.4 billion. And to put this into context, only 1 or 2 other ETFs on the planet are taking in cash as fast as BlackRock right now. Gonna hit 10 billion tomorrow, probably. Easily. Fastest ever at 7 weeks. For context, it took gold over 2 years to hit 10 billion and Vanguard S&P 500 over 3 years. Low supply, high demand, number goes up. But it's about to get even more competitive with the Bitcoin halving coming up. The Bitcoin halving is only 51 days from now, expected for April 21st, 2024. Maybe if it speeds up a little bit, it might be on 420. And when it happens, the supply of Bitcoin will be cut in half every 10 minutes from 6.25 to 3.125. Low supply, high demand, number will go up. Although it is important to note that there will likely be pullbacks along the way. Nothing goes straight up. But I do believe that over the long term, Bitcoin will continue to rise in an upward trajectory. And the competition for Bitcoin might not just be between retail and institutions, but nation states as well. Edward Snowden posted, prediction, a national government will be revealed this year to have been buying Bitcoin, the modern replacement for monetary gold, without having disclosed that fact publicly. And I wonder who this could be. Is it China? Is it Russia? Maybe it's even the United States. We do know that the United States holds more Bitcoin than any other nation in the world. They currently have about 215,000 Bitcoin that we know of, and this was all seized through confiscation. But here's something interesting. Yesterday, they sent a test transaction of 1 Bitcoin, and this was followed by a movement of 922 million of the seized Bitcoin. And I wonder what they're doing with this Bitcoin. I do think it would be a very not wise decision to sell it off. The United States holds the world reserve currency. They also hold the largest stockpile of gold. And they also own more Bitcoin than any other nation. And there are other nations out there that have a lot of Bitcoin as well. China supposedly holds about 200,000 Bitcoin that we know of. We also recently saw that Germany confiscated over 2 billion in Bitcoin. So is the United States going to sell this Bitcoin? I'm not sure. But what I do know is that there are countries not only interested in, let's say, buying or holding Bitcoin, but interested in mining it. The Kingdom of Bhutan has been quietly mining Bitcoin for years. El Salvador made a partnership to build a $1 billion Bitcoin mining farm. Ethiopia to set up a large data center amid reported Bitcoin mining surge. And even North Korea is now mining Bitcoin to launder its stolen loot. So who's buying and how much are they buying? These numbers could throw all the Bitcoin price models out the window.
Now, what happens to all these wonderful models if 10 billionaires decide to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin each and announce we bought it, we're not ashamed of it, we're going to buy more? All your models are destroyed, completely devastated, Bitcoin goes to the moon.
But let's say nation states and governments are not getting involved. We still have institutions, retail, Wall Street, all competing for a very limited supply of Bitcoin. And these ETF issuers will continue to push Bitcoin to their wealthy clients. Fidelity is advising their clients a 1 to 3% allocation into Bitcoin. And it's funny to see how this played out. Years ago, all these institutions were saying, don't buy Bitcoin. And I wouldn't say Fidelity, they've actually been in Bitcoin very early. They've been mining it since 2014, but all the other people on Wall Street were saying, stay away from Bitcoin. It's a dangerous thing. And now they are recommending it to their clients. I do believe these allocations will increase over time. And now Morgan Stanley is evaluating a spot Bitcoin ETF for their platform. Most of Wall Street is on board with the exception of Vanguard. Vanguard is important. They are one of the largest asset managers in the world. They believe that Bitcoin is an immature asset class. And for this belief, their customers missed out on a 50% gain over the last month. But I do think Vanguard will eventually come to their senses and give Bitcoin to their clients. But it's not just Bitcoin. Van Eck, who does have a Bitcoin ETF, also recently launched an NFT platform. Things are about to get crazy. We have Bitcoin, we have altcoins, we have NFTs, and we plan to take advantage this cycle in my private community. We go in depth into different research methods for different projects. We also have live calls twice a week, have all of your questions answered. I'll leave a link for the community down below. In the meantime, keep stacking.